So Chris, you have a great performance tonight, 27 points, but you fell short. What happened tonight in this special game for you guys?
I mean, that was classic SMB right there. Junmar playing his normal self, and CJ was hot. And once you get the two of them going, it's hard to stop. Because then now you're forced to help from other places, and other guys get going as well. See Lawami, see Marcio. I think they deserve to win tonight. They hit shots, they made plays. We got ourselves in a hole, and then trying to battle back. And whenever you're fighting back, you have to use a lot of energy there. And if you don't peak at the right time in the middle of a run, then you're going to run out of steam. And I think that's what happened. We made that run, and then we weren't able to pull away and take advantage of that run, and we left that door open for SMB. So it's still early in the season. Still a lot more basketball to be played, so nothing to be holding our heads down about. But if anything, it's something that we can learn from and take it as we move forward in the rest of this conference. And hopefully we can meet SMB in the playoffs again. And I think that'll be a fun series once again.
Speaking of learning experience, what is something that happened here that you don't want to carry on to the next games?
It's really the bad starts. I think that's been something that has been a problem for us. Even going back to last season a little bit, we tend to start off really sluggish sometimes, or we don't make the right plays, and we'll have some turnovers. That's not the ideal way to start the game. Set the tone at least. You want to at least get a good shot and at least look at the basket and not start the game with a turnover. So if anything, there's the one thing that we can improve on is our turnovers and our starts.
Wait, on a lighter note, how do you find your jerseys, like your jerseys?
It's been a while since we wore orange, and I wasn't actually on the team yet. Whenever the last time that they had those jerseys, I think the only ones that were there was Cliff, Anjo, and Papa Ray. To actually be able to wear those for the first time, I felt that was fun. That was something that I kind of always looked at when I was growing up and about to enter the league. And I was that Morocco Bolts retro was one of the ones that stood out to me. And some of the guys that I looked up to were wearing that jersey, and one of those guys was on the other side today. That's C. Ross. He was able to wear that jersey. I remember seeing him in that jersey. I remember seeing Sol Mercado in that jersey, Mac, Asi, even like Vic Manuel. I've seen a lot of those guys in that jersey, and for it to finally come back around and reach me, it's kind of a nice feeling. It was a bit nostalgic just to be able to wear that for the first time. Unfortunately, we didn't get the win, but hopefully this isn't the only retro night, and we tend to do that more because it seems like the fans really appreciated that. So it was a nice audience tonight, and excited for the PBA to reach 50 years. So happy birthday to the PBA. Thank you for at least having this league, the number one league in Asia, in my opinion. And it's done a lot of great things for a lot of good people, and we hope to carry that forward as we move on.
All right, so you're seeing the Miracle logo, like the M with the Thunderbolt, but were you surprised that Miracle had that logo, from
on the jersey?
Yeah.
Actually, they did mention they were going to bring back some of the old Morocco uniform, things like that, and whenever I first saw it, I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. Like to really see the history of where these franchises come from. The history of the Philippines and how Metro Manila even was established through those times. I'm sure it brings a lot of people fresh memories from when they used to watch and their idols that were playing at the time, and for them to be able to go back and see those. And actually, even for the employees at Morocco, I'm sure it made a lot of them proud, and it was a badge of honor for them tonight. And it's just unfortunate we weren't able to get the win for them, but just looking at the event in its total self, I think it was a successful event for the PBA. And like I said, I hope it's not the last time we wear the retro jerseys. That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
Okay, since it's your first retro jersey, are you keeping it? What happens to your jersey?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to keep this one. This one's going to go with a collection of things, of jerseys that I keep and probably eventually will frame. not the event that or wasn't the result of that I wanted in that jersey. But again, you know, just to be able to wear that jersey for the first time, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm excited to see some of the other teams whip out some retro jerseys someday. You know, it'd even be cool to see like a Merch pull out some Alaska jersey or something, or the phone pals for talking text. I think that'll be a pretty cool one too. So there's a lot of cool things that the PBA can do, and I'm glad that we were able to start with the retro night tonight on the date of the 50th anniversary of the PBA.
All right, thank you.
All right.